All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Chicago Bears Central. We got the boys in the building. First up is
Yes,
Bobby. What's going
sir.
on, Bobby?
What up, dog? What's up?
We also got C-Dubb in the building.
Oh, what's up, gang? How y'all feeling today?
And then y'all know me. I'm Haize. We got some stuff to talk about with our Chicago Bears.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bears Central.
But first, before we get into that, a major deal happened. A major motherfucking deal happened. And
Yes,
the
sir.
highest paid wide receiver of all goddamn time. Davante Adams got freaking 5 years, $141 million from. Come on, man. First of all, glad he's out of our division. Get his ass up out of there. But outside of that, goddamn, that's a crazy deal, fam.
Hey, man, people getting paid this year, man. And then for a receiver for Davante Adams, oh, no, though. Them numbers coming down with Derek Carr over there. I don't know if he's going to be worth it. You guys go. Okay, but I think go ahead. Take them, guys. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Bye. Yes, sir.
Yeah, and shout out also to Aaron Rodgers coming back, getting all that money because that's what made this happen. But Bobby, what are your thoughts on the deal?
Thank you,
Hey.
Aaron.
I like to kick it off. Hey, appreciate you, A-Rod. I rock with you, dog. You should have just took a little more extra money from Jeopardy, my boy. But I appreciate the move because now you either got to go get a couple of players on a free agent market. You probably go look at Jarvis Landry. Julio out there, but Tom Brady already on board trying to get him down in Tampa. So I don't know what you're gonna do. Get a couple young bucks. I'm all for it. So hey, appreciate you, dog. And shout out to the Green Bay Packers for continuously to live up to what they do best. They don't want to pay their people like that. So I take it. Let's go.
Definitely. Well, now that we're done with that, let's get into our Bears. They made a signing, and the Bears signed Juju. No, they didn't. They signed. I don't even know how to say that man's first name. St. Brown. First of all,
Equanimeous. I don't know. I tried.
First of all, anybody with that many syllables in their first name, you're like, it's not happening, big dog. It's not happening. But what do y'all think about this being the Bears' first wide receiver signing?
I'm like, what's going on? You could have saved this for like almost the end of training camp or something. Who is that? Don't nobody care about him. Okay, I guess they want some clues to the Green Bay office. I heard that he worked out for the new offensive coordinator.
That's true.
So I guess he's familiar. So he picked him up, but you ain't even get Scantling. How you gonna go straight to the fifth, sixth receiver? That's crazy.
I mean, if you look at some of the things, you'd be like, all right, cool, 6'5", 214 pounds, run a 4.4. You'd be like, all right, cool. But just like C-Dubb said, who is that? I don't know. I don't get it. But I'll take it. I mean, it ain't. Me and Haize talked before, you know what I'm saying? We even press record, man. Look, we already know what this GM trying to do. He trying to save some of that bread for next year. But I appreciate it for staying pat, not just going overboard and getting in. So
definitely, because if they would have gave Davante that deal here, I would have been pissed off. But okay, here's the bright side. Some positivity. So he's 25 years old, right? And while it's like, who is he? Because that is literally the reaction. Because he worked with our new offensive coordinator, what if he really does think there's something that could be unlocked in the player that young, and we end up looking back at this deal like maybe this was a steal? What percentage are you putting that may be a possibility?
Oh man, I know I ain't gonna kill him now. It might be like a 20% chance or something like that. But he's been in the league for 4 years, guys.
That's true. Yeah,
he's been in the league for 4 years now.
So in 2018 he had an injury, and then 2019 he had another injury. So it's not much time. Then they cut him, then put him on practice squad. So a lot of in and out here. But apparently he was well liked at Notre Dame. So
20% chance.
I mean, like Bobby
I'm
said,
on that
like
board.
you look at the raw numbers. The size alone is like, all right, maybe, and the quickness, because the size and the quickness is like, okay, not as a number one option, not as a number two option, but maybe he comes in and he gets a couple of big plays for us over the course of the season. Maybe like who knows? But I'm trying to be on the positive side. But like Bobby said, this GM is definitely trying. to free up money, and that's really what this is about. It's this season is about putting a competitive team out there, but not trying to break the bank, right? Seeing what you really have in Fields, get a couple more young players in here. That's really what this season's about. Like I think anybody who have maybe had worked themselves into thinking, oh, this new GM is going to come in and make us a competitor right away. I think you're starting to see that that's not going to be the case for this team this year at all.
Can I say something real quick?
Yeah, go ahead.
I respect this GM for letting his offensive coordinator and his head coach do their thing, man.
That's
like
true.
They bringing in players that fit the scheme. You know what I'm saying? And at the same time, they're not spending so much money. So shout out to them for that.
Hey man, they not even signing O'Donnell back. So they being cheap with the money. They not even signing him back. That's crazy.
They's just like, hey, listen, all that money, we need that. We
need them pennies too.
Speaking of the Bulls released another player in Danny Trevathan. Now we talked about this already in the first episode we did together. We all kind of expected this one. It still sucked a little bit though, right? Like, did y'all feel like I did, where it was still like, all right, I expected, I understand it, but I like Trevathan, man.
I like Trevathan. Like I said before, he fell off a little bit, but I still liked him. He played hard. He hit hard.
Yeah.
He made big plays out there. I liked him, but your time has come, young man.
I like him. Y'all already know I like him, but it was definitely time.
Yeah. I mean, the writing was on the wall. Like it just was. But hey, everything comes to an end, right? And we're seeing a lot of Bears players that have been here for a little while. That time's just coming to an end. It's a new regime in town. They don't have attachments to these players for real. So
yes.
It is. I'll be interested to see what Trevathan gets out in free agency, though. Like what type of deal he gets, because if he signs for a reasonable deal, it's like, how much do we think Trevathan really has left in the tank? Let's get into that. Let's answer that. How much? Best case scenario, how much do you think Trevathan still has left in the
I still think he can play in a right scheme, the right place, around the right players. I think he can still play and contribute to a winning team.
Okay,
I'll give him that.
Okay,
I agree with that. I still feel like he got a little game left. I still feel like injuries, deterred him a little bit, but I still feel like he still got some good leadership qualities and a little bit of game left. But they trying to change the culture, so big haul. So.
that is true. And speaking of changing the culture, they did not give any offers to any of their restricted free agents. All 5 of them up out of there.
I don't blame
them. And then they did something that I didn't even know was possible. So they apparently, the way that they structured the release of Cohen and Trevathan is that it's going to give them $7.2 additional in salary cap. Listen,
really?
Yeah. So like, and that additional money becomes available. It doesn't come available until June 2nd, though. So that's kind of late for that money to become available. But hey, maybe they see it as something that they can use. That's another.
They working them numbers, baby.
Listen,
they working them numbers.
The jury's still out if how much I believe in Poles running my team. But as far as if he needed to be my accountant, I think I would definitely trust him to be my accountant.
Definitely. He conservative as hell.
Hey. You badass.
Yeah.
You better stop.
Man, for real, man.
Yeah, for sure. All right, last thing before we go, just a quick episode here. We wanted to touch base with everyone on a couple of things. Allen Robinson to the Rams on a 3-year, $46.5 million deal.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy for Allen. I'm not, because they got to be one of the favorites to go to the Super Bowl next year. I'm happy for Allen. I don't think he produced at even a median level last year for us, but I think he's going to play his best next year with knowing that he can get to that game. Oh, you're going to see the best Allen Robinson. I guess that means Beckham not going back, huh? I guess that means Beckham. They not signing Beckham.
Doesn't seem like it.
Okay.
It don't seem like Beckham would be there, but man, just think of the lineup: Cooper Kupp, Robert Woods, Allen Robinson. Because man, last year, I'm tired of talking about this guy, but Matt Nagy, God damn, yo ass. Oh my God, how did you scheme want your best wideouts out of this to make other people look like you were smart or something, and really you made yourself look like an ass. So, hey, Allen Robinson, get your money, boy. Go ball out. So,
and he is.
Allen Robinson.
He is, man.
Hey,
Allen Robinson.
The teams in Cali are all making moves between the Raiders, the Chargers, and the Rams. They all making moves.
They spending bread.
Man, it must be nice, right?
Yeah, hey man, we waiting to see. Maybe Brian Pohl's way is the best way to go. Let them go spend all their money. You know they say about the tortoise in the hare, baby. Let them run up there, hop their ass over there, and try to get there thirsty.
Yeah,
for real.
Let me also another thing that hasn't anything to do with the Bears though. Baker Mayfield requesting a trade.
What?
As he
you
should.
Didn't see that, C-Dubb?
No.
He requested a trade. Now,
as he should.
Cleveland has come out and said they have no plans to trade him, but I think that's just so that they can work out a deal. Because if a quarterback, your franchise quarterback, asks for a trade, he gonna get out of there one way or another.
Let me ask a question. But they were saying that they was actively looking for a mature quarterback.
Facts.
So says ESPN. So is this correct or no?
My guy. First of all, they screwed up by leaking the information that they brought Deshaun Watson in. Y'all screwed up with that. And Cleveland Browns. Let's not forget, just a few years ago, you guys were going 0-16, 0-15. 0-16, and only winning one game in the season. Y'all better be grateful. Y'all gonna be right back.
Hey man, Baker Mayfield is a good quarterback, but he ain't Deshaun Watson.
That is true.
But that's a fact.
You don't let that information leak, though.
Yeah.
No.
Come on, man.
Not when you haven't talked to Mayfield. Like, could you imagine being there at home in the offseason, minding your own business? You the franchise quarterback. You just sitting back waiting for your team to make a move to get you to the Super Bowl or whatever else. And you hear some shit like that leaks. I would have asked for a trade that minute too. It would have literally been as I was reading. I would have been texting the GM. All right, man, go ahead and get me up out of here, bro. For real. Get me up out of here.
Now Deshaun Watson, he ain't even gonna go there, and y'all looking stupid.
Oh man, now he can't make them commercials no more. He cleaning up the stadium and nothing like that. Y'all remember them commercials? He owned like the stadium in his house and shit. Ooh. Hey man, he really took in the Cleveland culture too, man. Like they bogus for that.
And it's not a lot of people who get content in playing in motherfucking
the
worst city in the state.
Saying,
I mean, in the damn country. Like
it
that
is.
shit. That Cleveland is literally a pit of hell. But like to get somebody to embrace that culture and then you fucking do some shit like that. Come on, man. This is why this is why the Browns literally deserve to never win a goddamn thing.
Absolutely. Some teams do that to themselves. And it's just teams like the Browns, like I ain't gonna do that. I know it's another half of the city that like that team, so I ain't gonna say it. I'm gonna just leave it at the Browns. You know I was finna go Cubs. I'm White Sox all day, baby.
Listen, me and my dad. So you guys know I Chicago sports fan because my dad grew up in Chicago. I was a Cubs fan literally probably until I was like 13, and I was like, wait a second. Why the fuck am I rooting for the Cubs when the White Sox are right there? Me and him literally, we not even father and son when the Cubs and the White Sox play each other. We talk so much shit to each other. You would think that we ain't even family. This shit is it's excellent. It's excellent. So,
hey, dude, I'm surrounded. Ain't no White Sox fans over here, baby. They all Cubs fans, and I don't care.
That's funny, bro. That's funny, man. All right, man. Anything left y'all want to talk about before we go?
Oh man, y'all keep looking out for the Bears. Ryan Poles, he's a really conservative guy with his money, dude. He got a plan. He's sticking to it. Ain't nothing gonna move him off his spot. And I'm eager to see what he does.
Breaking deal.
Hold
on, wait a second. The Bears have signed. Where the hell did the thing go? Bears signed wide receiver Byron Pringle to a 1-year deal.
Byron Pringle, who is it?
From the Chiefs. A 1-year, $6 million deal with $4 million guaranteed.
See, it still don't excite you to be like he spilled big bucks. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Man, he dishing out chump change to these people.
Man, this is crazy.
That's weird. It's hard to read that. Like,
but let's go. So Pringle's coming off his best season. He had 42 catches for 568 yards and 5 touchdowns in 17 games for the Chiefs yesterday. Again, like we said with St. Brown, not one of those things you look at and you're like, okay, this isn't even a 3 of as far as your wide receiver depth chart, but maybe they're seeing something in these guys.
wow,
Man.
what are they seeing?
That is
crazy. Are we all blind or something? They got
listen. He's 28 years old. Man,
they got the James Webb telescope of scouting or something. Because
that's what I'm saying.
I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it at all. I know he got good receivers in Kansas City that he probably would never get ahead of over there.
So he brought in somebody he was familiar with. Everybody bringing in somebody they familiar with as of right now is what it seemed like.
This is crazy,
this is weird.
Man.
It's weird. It's interesting. It's very interesting.
Could you imagine you being Juju and you seeing names like this get signed before you?
Yes.
I told y'all all that damn TikTok.
Yeah. Hey, you're right about that, Haize. Like, Juju sitting at this, he's like, man, I'm finna go first. I'm gonna be off this wall really quick. And then you see somebody that's supposed to, like, the 20th ranked free agent wide receiver get picked. You see the 17th ranked wide receiver get picked. He's like, what the hell am I doing wrong out here? Dude, you cost too much. It's a recession in the NFL right now.
Now, okay, well, let's say with this. So Pringle's clearly been playing with Mahomes, one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL.
For sure.
So do you again, I don't know much about Pringle. I don't watch. I've told you guys my grandma is literally the biggest Kansas City Chiefs troll ever, so I hate them. But do you think that may be one of the reasons for this move? Like not that they're the exact same player, but similar skill sets with Fields and Mahomes, right? Do you think that bringing in somebody like Pringle helps with that? Helps with his development?
Absolutely. I'm gonna assume that he's a speed receiver. He just need playmakers when he get him the ball, because it's gonna be a lot of quick strikes. So it's gonna be 5-yard pass, give me 5 more type stuff. You know what I mean? So he need playmakers. Maybe this guy is one of those athletes that can give you a boom bang play at any given time. I can't wait to have the show if I can check him out. I'm definitely gonna do my research on the guy.
Now I will say these 2 wide receiver signings. If the Bears go out and get Watson in the draft and still possibly get Juju, or even just at this point, even if it's just Watson, I feel like they have put together a solid enough core to where Fields now has targets.
Okay,
I think that's what it's coming down to. I think they're just trying to get him some experience.
Yeah.
What about a big body tight end?
These guys have experience no matter what, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think they need a big body tight end for that quarterback, though, big guy.
I agree.
He need a big, he can, he in trouble. He could dump that joint right down to him. Somebody with some hands.
Yeah, absolutely.
For sure.
We'll see, man. Listen. Every day, I have so many alerts set up for specific players' names, Bears, like all types of shit, because I just want to know what Poles is going to do, man.
It's interesting.
When this vision finally comes together by the start of the season, either we're going to look at it and say, okay, we were right. This was just a season to kind of bridge until he does what he really wants to do next season. Or we may eventually look at this after a few preseason games and say, hey, Poles, we're still not contenders, but Poles did some moves here that are better.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wait and see.
Yeah,
absolutely.
See, baby.
Hopefully. But all right, fellas, let's go ahead and get up out of here. Tell them where they can find you. Let's go, man.
Hey, y'all can go ahead and find us on all social media accounts at Cognac Boys. Cognac Boy Bobby, Cognac Boy C-Dubb. We out here, and we don't dance like Juju, y'all.
Hey, if Juju does end up signing here, we ever win a Super Bowl with Juju, I need you to do a TikTok like Juju.
I got
you got to. Because you on his head early. He ain't even thought about coming here.
I do that. Hey, baby.
Hell no. Go ahead, C-Dubb.
Hey man, like my nephew said, y'all tune in. Y'all especially tune in to Chicago Bears Central, where we bring you the latest Chicago Bears news. And wait till the season start. It's gonna get crazy. But y'all know y'all better holler at my man CEO Haize. You know, all his platforms. Y'all just stay in tune.
Yes, sir.
That's it. Stay in tune
Let's
because
get it.
once the season starts and we start doing these after game live streams and listen,
Fire.
it's gonna get real.
Fire.
You see, we giving you 20-minute episodes based off the Bears signing freaking players. Wait till some shit starts going down. Man.
We talking about the practice squad now.
Exactly. Like,
Just wait till we get to the real deal, baby.
Man, listen, I'm so excited about this football season. Even deals aside, my issues with deals aside, I'm just really, really excited to get to this football season. You guys don't want to miss any of the content we're going to continually drop here. Make sure you're following us. Our social media handles are Chi Bears Central. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, Chicago Bears Central at gmail.com. That's it for today, guys. Let's get the fuck up out of here. Peace, y'all.
Hey.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.